Welcome back. To help us make sense of the announcements today on property, we have with us in studio Eugene Lim, who is a key executive officer at ERA Singapore, and he's also president of the Singapore Institute of Estate Agents. Eugene, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, let's start with the 15-month wait-out period that's just announced. With that being gone, do you think the demand and prices for the HDB resale flats could pick up again?
Well, I think it's an opportune time to implement this change because largely HDB prices have stabilized. And so with this 15-month wait-out period, you will definitely see an increase in demand coming from existing private property owners as well as ex-private property owners.
Yeah. The government is also giving developers, that's another announcement, an extra 6 months to complete and sell units in the larger en bloc projects, and also up to 7 years for mega developments. How do you expect that to impact the property market?
Well, this certainly encourages more developers to relook at certain projects, especially the larger en bloc projects, which they previously shunned because of the complexity and the time taken. I think with a longer runway now, they are able to take on perhaps riskier projects, projects that involve more planning and consideration. And so it will be, end result, we could see a more interesting landscape if there are more en bloc deals taking place.
Let's go into that then. Do you think it could lead to a revival of the collective sale market in general, especially for the larger or the more kind of aging developments that we're seeing? What kind of challenges could still stand in the way of that?
Okay, currently there is a small revival in the en bloc sales market. We've seen some deals taking place this year. I think this measure particularly would help the larger en bloc projects that was previously stuck because of the complexity. And also developers now have more time to sell the units, which therefore lowers the risk. But I think the challenge has always been price, the price expectations of the sellers versus the price expectation of the developers. So if both sides can come to an optimum agreement, then I think we will probably see more transactions going downstream.
So you could see more attempts, but whether or not they come to an agreement, that remains to be seen.
That's right. We'll probably see more attempts, as what you're saying.
Interesting. So the government is also changing the way how property agents renew their licenses. What issues do you think these new requirements are actually trying to solve? Why implement this?
Okay, so if we put things in perspective, over the last 15 years, the industry has sort of become more disciplined, and we also have better qualified agents today. Most of them are graduates or diploma holders. And so with that in place, the shift in focus now is on productivity and being active in the market, rather than there's a certain percentage of agents who have got their licenses, but they are not practicing. So the whole idea is to make sure that agents who are in the market, they are transacting, or if they are not transacting, then they can demonstrate that they are very current in their knowledge.
I'm curious about the potential impact of this, because we saw that about 40% of agents did not actually complete these 3 transactions in the 3 years between 2023 to 2025. So how realistic is this new benchmark if 40% of them can't meet it? Do you expect many agents to then leave the profession as a result?
Well, previously, if you look at it, previously 40% didn't make it because there is no push factor. But now there is a push factor. So if we look at it now, realistically, 3 transactions over 3 years, if we average that out, is 1 transaction a year.
Yeah.
So this is the basic minimum requirement. I think if you are in the business, you have no problem achieving it. This 3-year time frame also allows a newcomer to pick up the ropes. So when you pass your exam, you don't know everything yet. You still need a certain period of time to adapt to change to what you need to learn in the market to resolve and to help sellers and buyers buy and sell their property.
So you think it could motivate existing property agents and also the new ones coming up?
That's right. I think it also, from a company's perspective, allow us to channel our resources to the agents that are producing, and also help us to identify which are the agents that are weak and help them move along.
Well, taken together with the housing measures and also the new rules of these property agents that we're just discussing, what do you think that these announcements are telling us about the government's direction and also the priority they have for Singapore's property market?
I think they have come to this implementation after monitoring the market for quite a significant period of time. And basically, two things are very important to the government. Number one, stability in the market. So market is stable now, and it is therefore time to implement measures that will actually help us to move the market along, and but have with very little or no risk of super price appreciation. Secondly, I think real estate agents, we work with sellers and buyers, and this is important that they are current in their knowledge, they know what they're doing, and they are active in the market. At the end of the day, we are there to provide a service, and I think as sellers and buyers, we don't want to deal with someone who has zero experience or totally not active in the market.
Eugene, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. I've been speaking with Eugene Lim there from ERA Singapore and also the Singapore Institute of Estate Agents.